CCSF Cinema Department. Rules and Regulations. Fall 2008. The almighty film department chair, knowledgeable classified and adjunct faculty and staff including the friendly dictator Ken Paul Rosenthal and their oh-so humble subservient chauvinistic both normal and federal work-study lab aides welcome you to a productive semester of filmmaking. The film department and labs will be open from the 9th of February 2008 until the 12th of October 2008 for the fall session. The department, issue room, and lab hours for the fall session are Monday and Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:45 p.m. Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. Note, we are not open during the weekend and still have old G5s, partly because federal funding, that was meant for the cinema department was redirected to the newest edifices, landscaping endeavors and overall supposedly for the better infrastructure of CCSF. The film department has film and digital production equipment available for use in the lab or off campus by students, registered in the film production classes during the current semester. There is no charge, but students must understand that the use of equipment is a privilege. And no, it's not right. It's a privilege like one's freedom, that could be taken away, if you misbehave in society. Thus, never take any equipment to the beach as sand and moisture are highly corrosive. Never leave batteries in the equipment as batteries can leak over time. Never ever leave any equipment unattended in your car, classroom or any public space as someone might steal it and heat can potentially damage the equipment. And never use any of our equipment for stunt photography on bicycles, skateboards and any other moving vehicles. When you check out equipment, it is your responsibility to review it to be sure it is working properly before you leave the issue room. Give yourself at least 15 minutes to do so. Before leaving the issue room, you must sign the back of the reservation sheet in blood. Include other student names who will be handling equipment to share the blame afterwards. Note, only the student whose name is listed on the front will be financially responsible for the replacement and repair of the equipment. Thus, when you're in a group, do help your comrades inspect the various nooks and crannies of the equipment, but slowly tiptoe your way out of the issue room once the contract signing begins. When returning equipment, let the attendant know if you've experienced difficulties or damaged the equipment. Describe the problem in as much detail as possible, so the issue room attendant can expedite the fix to the equipment before it gets checked out again, or arrange with you to replace lost/damaged items. Be honest, never lie to an issue room attendant. Even though some of them are your friends, or seem to be congenial and amicable, issue room lab aides are traitorous in nature, and could easily turn you over to their superiors including, but not limited to the issue room monitors and the almighty cinema department chair. Thus, trust issue room lab aides at your own risk. Their allegiance belongs to the cinema department for the duration of their incumbency. In the event that you no longer wish to check an equipment out, dutifully cancel your reservation. Over 250 students have to share the same equipment. 2 no-shows without cancelling will result in social stigmatization and a 1-week penalty. No more than 1 reservation per class is permitted at a time. Any reservations in excess of the 2 reservation limit are subject to cancellation. One is allowed to have 2 separate reservations for 2 disparate classes. Combinations of equipment access from different classes is permitted, but reservations may not be made in an uninterrupted succession for the same equipment. You may check out the same equipment again, but there is a 24-hour waiting period. Exempli Gratia, you return an equipment on Monday and want to reserve it again, you'll have to wait till Wednesday to check it out again. You could however check out the same type of equipment with a different equipment ID, if numerous iterations of the equipment are available. If there's only one of it like the Aries B or DVX 100A, my warmest and sincerest condolences. But lose no hope as a loophole has been sent from above. You could ask an equally qualified classmate of yours to check that equipment out. Not only that you get the equipment, you're home free when it breaks or is lost. Thus, befriending classmates is a highly profitable social investment. 1. Don't let our lab aides, whether normal or federal work study, know about it. Avoid the lab aide with the name of Vince at all cost. He's the most anally retentive of all the lab aides. If you cannot pick up or return the equipment at the times indicated on your reservation sheet, there are 2 ways to tackle this problem. The first way is to have someone else do so for you by listing that person's name on the back, or even authenticated missive with your signature. The individual will thus graciously present this piece of documentation to the issue room attendant, explaining that they are picking up or dropping off equipment for you. However, it is still your responsibility. The second way is to ask the lab monitor Doug Punselin if you could pick up equipment the night before. This typically applies only to Friday pickups. His judgment will be based on your argument and physiognomy. In case you didn't know, Doug Punselin is the nocturnal well-groomed gentleman wearing bifocals. For some reason, his timely attire reminds me of the hit song Come and Get Your Love by Redbone. Be courteous and return equipment on time. Everything is due before 11 a.m. on the return date, which generally is 2 days after, except Thursday and Friday checkouts. If you check equipment out on Thursday, it is due on Friday. If Friday, due Monday. Returning after 11 a.m. for the first time offense results to no checkout or lap privileges for 1 week. Second time transgression, no checkout or lap privileges for 2 weeks. The third infraction will cause you all lab and equipment access privileges for the rest of all eternity. Equipment that is returned the next date is due will result in null ban equipment access for 2 weeks. If done for the second time, prompt text communication will ensue. If you anticipate being late for more than 30 minutes, please call the issue room before 11 a.m., emphasis on the word before. The issue room phone number is area code 415-239-3652. Memorize this number. Claiming you didn't know the number or you were not near a phone is like saying my dog ate my homework. Also, not being able to return equipment on time because of scheduling conflicts is not a valid excuse for late returns. Note that there are no phone reservations and students may not extend reservations over the phone. Once again, equipment checkout is free of charge. However, expendables like splicing tape, batteries for audio equipment, photoflow bulbs, and mini DV tapes must be purchased separately. We will not provide them for you. Niggardness and laziness are unacceptable, so get your gluteus maximus down at one of the finest expendables vendors such as JCX and Adolf Gases. Media Distributors is your best bet for DV tapes, but good old Walgreens ones will do. Problems in film production are bound to happen, and are a part of the learning process, so remember to keep your cool. We will not tolerate verbal abuse of any kind within the cinema department. The cinema department reserves the right to issue other penalties in extreme cases, such as behavioral misconduct. Yelling and or swearing at instructors, issue room staff and other staff will result in immediate suspension of all equipment privileges. Students who fail to return equipment within 24 hours of its due date and time will have their grades put on hold, and the campus police will be notified. Eventual dismissal from the cinema department may occur. For more information, or if you just want to experience the full-blown unadulterated discombobulating version of the rules and regulations, avail the printed version at the cinema department issue room. Come on, Bubba.